Hello, I think this is already recording, Kari. So I don't know. I'm going to start this uh, help, this guide to Socrative by ready. Okay, so let me just log out so we can cover this. We can cover everything from scratch. Okay. I hope that you're watching this. Okay, so once we get into Socrative, I'm sure that you already have your account. We are going to have different options, okay? I am going to cover each section step by step, telling you everything that I know so far, so that if you have any questions, you only have to to check this video um, like sequentially, okay? The first option that you have here and that I am going to cover are these ones, the quick questions, okay? So once you get into this, and why am I covering this? Because I believe that Socrative is a web page that is very useful when you don't link your Socrative account to your Showbie account, okay? And I am going to explain you why. This is my Showbie classes, okay? I have 5th A and 5th B. I haven't done anything, any changes. I don't have any students. So I am going to click on this one. And the first thing that you have to know is this. In class settings, you are allowed to connect your Socrative room, okay? Remember, what is a Socrative room? Well, if we go back here on the top of the page, we have La Arriaga 1 and La Arriaga 2. If you haven't created any room, you're only going to have the prototype, okay? Of course, you can create more of these rooms. If you only go here to rooms and you add another room, but that's easy. The thing here is that, for example, I can connect a Socrative room to my Showbie account and to this particular group, okay? I am in 5th A, not in 5th B. So that means that if I chose La Arriaga 1, I can connect it and everything is ready. You are all set. You are now able to add a Socrative quiz as a shared item in any assignment in this class. What does that mean? Well, imagine that you have a class, okay? And I want to create a new assignment, okay? This is going to be my quiz, for example. I save it. I click here on quiz. I don't have any students, but that doesn't matter. I go here to shared items. So if I connected my Socrative room, I can add a quiz as an assignment. Okay, that means that, look, it's going to send me to my Socrative quizzes that I have. Pretty easy. I choose one. I have 3 different options, which I am going to explain you a little bit later. Okay, and ready. There you have it. Okay, now it says that it's in progress. Okay, that means that I cannot do anything else in La Arriaga 1 until I finish doing whatever it is in that room, okay? So this is not very convenient, right? Why? Because if you have students with different levels, okay, and you need to differentiate, it is not going to be possible to assign more than one quiz. You know that here in this option, sharing new posts with everyone, you know that you can select which students you want them to receive this assignment and which you don't, okay? But this is not very convenient because of this, because you're only going to be able to assign a quiz, the students are going to be able to take it, but you will have to wait until they finish to continue using that room, okay? So if I go to La Arriaga 1 and let's see, and I refresh this page, I can see here in results that something is already being done, right? This is the quiz. So if I want to assign another quiz, if I want to have more students to take this quiz, it's not going to be possible until I click on finish and I try to go on to the next activity. You see, it's ended. So that is the explanation, or that is the reason why I don't recommend you to connect your Socrative room to Shobi, to link, okay? I prefer, based on my experience, having the rooms available and Shobi without any Socrative room, okay? Now, let's go a little bit back to where I was explaining this. Yes, now, if you don't connect your Socrative room, you can use whatever you want here, okay? For example, let's imagine that you're already having a class and you want to check that they are paying attention. You tell them, okay, guys, so quick question. Go to your Socrative, okay? And they are, go to your Socrative as a student, okay? Log in to the whatever room that you want to work in this case, La Arriaga 1, and then you tell them, okay, wait, that's the problem with Socrative. You have to be continuing, like constantly refreshing the web page, okay? And you tell them, okay, so this is the question, right? What is, complete the next sentence. I space happy, okay? And you give them the options and they have to select it, okay? If you have any other question, you can make it true or false. You can make it a short answer, okay? You can require the students' names, blah, blah, blah. That is a quick question, okay, in this section. Now, remember, the room has to be active. That means that any activity that you are working on, you always have to finish it and you always have to go to results and click on finish so that you can continue to the next one, okay? Now in this section also that is launch, you have the quiz section, you have the space race and the exit ticket. I am going to start with the exit ticket because I think that's the easiest one, the most concise, and then I'm going to continue with the space race and then the quiz, okay? Exit ticket. Exit ticket, as its name says, or as you would expect, these are just 3 simple questions that you can, I think 2 of them are about what did you learn, and well, let's do it. I think it's better if we do it. Okay, this is me, La Arriaga 1. Okay, and again, in La Arriaga 1, there is an exit ticket right now, so I am Luis. Okay, and the first question is, how well did you understand today's material? Okay, totally got it. Then, what did you learn in today's class? Many beautiful things. Yeah? And the last question is up to you, okay? This is one that you decide. How are you feeling today? I am feeling excited. Okay, why? Okay, because I got a new book. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, once everything is done, students only have to wait until you begin the next activity. Okay, and here you have the results. Pretty easy. That's the exit ticket quiz. Okay, you finish it. Well, once you get to see all the results, all the answers that they sent you, you can finish it and you will be back to this page, okay? Remember, you have to constantly be refreshing this web page because I don't know why, but it is so. Then the space race. The space race, I don't know if you have played it, but you create a series of questions and this one is going to separate everybody in different groups, right? For example, let's make that I want to do my final spelling quiz. I choose the number of teams that I want. I prefer auto assignment, okay? You choose the icon that is going to be playing, the countdown, if you want to have like a certain limit, okay, like a certain specific, I don't know, amount of time for them to complete it. You can shuffle questions, shuffle answers. If you added or if you included any feedback, they will also be able to see it. And if you want, you can also show them their final score, okay? This is actually pretty easy. If you have any questions, you can ask me and we can, I don't know, a little bit further practice on this, okay? Now the quizzes, this is the important part. Of course, if you want to create a quiz, or if you want to use this one or the space race, you need to have a quiz, right? So this is going to take us to the next section, which is quizzes. Now, in quizzes, you have basically different options, the same ones that you have in the beginning, true or false, short answers, and I believe multiple choice, okay? So every time that you want to create a quiz, you can either import it, you know that there is a store, I think so, I don't know, like a Socrative shop. When you have this license, like the S license, it allows you to import quizzes that somebody else has previously created, okay? But, okay, let's go for create a new one. You choose the title, right? You can enable sharing it. Align quiz to standard. This is just like, I think I haven't used this one. I think this just gives you like, I have no idea. Okay, so basically you choose the topic, the core, and everything. I think for other people to look for it. I never used it, so in this case I am going to be a newbie. But okay, so you have 3 different options. And you can start creating, you can add an image, you can add I think as many answers as you wish, an explanation if you like. So Socrative is an excellent tool if you want to create a quiz and if you want them to, if you want them to, I don't know, to continue learning by themselves, right? To check their feedback, their own feedback, and to avoid giving any further explanation, okay, on this. So let's imagine I finish my quiz. I don't want to, yes, I want to leave. I don't want to save that one. And you will have here, right, many different options. You can either download it, you can share it, you can copy it. Anyways, you can create folders. I think here in the quizzes, it's only a matter of you giving it a try, okay? Now, in this section, in quizzes, you asked me that you wanted to know about the reports, right? Well, this quiz section is going to take us immediately to reports. Why? Because take a look at this. If I go to reports, I am going to have like the results of each activity that I am doing. Okay, each of the 3 first activities that I showed you. I don't know if quick questions, I don't think so. But look, you are going to have here space races, you're going to have exit ticket quizzes, and of course, normal quizzes are also going to be here. So let's take a look at this one, okay? One quiz, this one, I think this one is going to be a very good example. So if you go to the reports, this report is going to be ready once you had already clicked on finish in the results section, okay? If the quiz is still going on and if you haven't clicked, it doesn't matter if the students have already finished. If you haven't clicked on finish here on the right, it is not going to appear in reports, okay? So once you clicked on finish, you're going to have it here. And just like me, you can show names, okay? It can show you the answers that each one of them gave, okay? And you can check all the questions, right? In this case, they were 20, and I can clearly here see what their mistakes were and in which question, okay? Sometimes this is not going to be the same because in this case, I always, every time that we would do a quiz, I would always shuffle the answers, okay? So that means that Alexa's first question is not going to be number 1, it can be number 6, whereas Chantal's first question is going to be number 2, okay? But the answers are always going to be the same, okay? As you see, okay? It doesn't matter the order they answer it, they have like a predetermined order, okay? So once you have this and you want to, and you have to send it to another person, or if you wish to send it even to your own students, or have like an overall score, you can go here to reports, and you are going to have 3 different options, okay? The first one is whole class Excel. I have already downloaded them, but this is from another quiz, okay? So check it out. The first one, of course, in whole class Excel, you only have these 2 options. You can either ask Socrative to email it to you, or you can download it. I chose to download it. So here, let's go. I don't know if you can see this one. So what I am going to do is I am going to stop sharing, and then I am going to show you the Excel, okay? So again, okay. So this is the Excel, okay? In this one, maybe, oh, sorry. Something happened with my computer. Let's try again. Excellent. So this is the Excel document. And as you can see in this one, you can get the total score, number of correct answers. This is just, I think, like when you want to, if you're having an Excel, you know, you can select all the scores and then immediately cut and paste, right? I don't find this very concise, but I'm sure that they do it because Excel must be really useful, right? In certain situations. So this is the Excel, all right? I am going to stop sharing it, and I am going to show you the next one. The next one is this one, okay? The next one is the individual student PDFs. And here, look at this one. I think in order to email students, I think you have, or you must link the Socrative room like I showed you in the beginning, okay? But I don't find it necessary because yeah, you can upload a document, or you can, as you will see, when you download this one, it's a zip document, okay? And what does this zip document or this zip folder contains is the next thing. Let me open it. I am going to, well, it will be a folder. And in this folder, I don't know if you can see it. Again, let me try it. Because I know that sometimes if you don't share that specific window, it is not going to be able to, or you're not going to be able to see it. Here it is. I think you can see it. You're going to have a folder that says students, blah, blah, blah. You open it and look, you're going to have the PDFs of each one, okay? Let's choose, for example, Andres. And once you open the PDF, this is how it will look. You see? Final spelling quiz. Any mistakes, by the way? Okay. But this is a PDF document that you can send, of course, your students so that they can check their answers, okay? And they can check where they were incorrect or where they had some mistakes. Now, about the last option. The last option is, I believe, let me go again to Socrative. The last option is question-specific PDF. This one is a PDF document, okay? So I think it's like the easiest one. because it contains all the answers from all the students, okay? So again, I downloaded it and I am going to open it. Oh, look, this one opens immediately here on Mozilla. So as you can see, look, this one is going to be a very descriptive PDF. Why? Because look, number one, and I have the 3 people that answered this one, okay? And as well as their answers. Number 2, Karime didn't answer this one, so that's why she's not there. Number 3, there you are. So this one is very good if you want to have like an overall view, right? If you want just like a personalized, if you want to give personalized or individual feedback, of course, I recommend you the other one. All right. Now, once we finish with this, it's time that I explain you, well, the rooms, but the rooms is very easy. Okay. So as I told you, the default room is going to be prototype. Okay. Well, you can create, of course, as many people, as many rooms as you wish. Okay. Now, it's very easy, but this is very important. Imagine that when I was in 5th grade, when I had Karime's group, I more or less divided the group in 3 different sections. Mateo, Natalia, Pamela, 1, let's say that the rest, and in the 3rd section, I would put Karime, Braulio, and Fede, okay? So I had 3 sections in the group. Why are rooms so important? Because you also, another question that you have is, what is how you can apply 3 different tests at the same time, okay? First of all, remember, imagine that in 5th A, I have Fede, Karim, and Braulio. Well, first of all, you have to remember, don't link the Socrative room, okay? You don't have to link it to the Shobi class, because you're not going to be able to take 3 different tests at the same time as a student. So imagine I have 3, so that means that I am going to have, that I must have 3 different rooms. Why? Because I want each room to be for each section. La Arriaga 1 is going to be for Fede, Cari, Brau. La Arriaga 2 is going to be for everybody, Bren, Roy, Saulo, Laia, Dani, Vale. And La Arriaga 3 is going to be for Mateo, Natalia, and Pamela, okay? Because I want them to take a higher difficulty test. Now, this is what you are going to do. If that happens to you, what you are going to ask the students is, okay, guys, so I have a quiz for you. Braulio, Karim, and Fede, you are going to connect to Socrative and you are going to type La Arriaga 1. Brenda, Vale, Dani, Laia, Lau, Andres, you are going to connect to La Arriaga 2, okay? And Mateo, Natalia, and Pamela, I will see you in La Arriaga 3, okay? And what you are going to do is the next thing, okay? Because they are going to connect and you will have to be checking the 3 rooms simultaneously. And how do you do it? Well, pretty easy. Let's imagine that I am in La Arriaga 1 right now, okay? And let's imagine that La Arriaga 1 is going to take final spelling quiz, okay? So I go to lunch and I take final spelling quiz for La Arriaga 1. Now, this is where I am going to explain you this part. Instant feedback, as you can see, it requires names, okay, from the students. It shows the questions feedback in case there is any. You can shuffle questions, you can shuffle answers, and you can show final scores to the students, okay? Now, but this part, the 1 attempt, is only with it only applies, or you can enable it, but with a different type of room, okay? Well, you can do it, but look at this one. Roster required, okay? This setting is only available available in rooms with rooster, with roasters, okay? So that means that if you want to give them only one attempt, you have to connect the Socrative room to Shobi, but we're not doing that, right? But don't worry, that doesn't mean that students are going to be able to take the quiz as many times as they wish. No, because as I showed you, when you go to results, once there is an activity being already done, when you go to results, you can check who is connecting, okay? And if of course if you see two Mateos, you're going to say, Mateo, why did you answer it twice, right? So this one attempt that doesn't mean that this is the end of the world. Don't worry. You can shuffle questions, you can shuffle answers, you can show final score. Very good. Whereas open navigation, look, it doesn't show the question feedback. It can show you the final score, shuffle answers, and shuffle questions. The difference between instant feedback and open navigation is just exactly what it says. Instant feedback tells the students, once after they click on the answer, it tells them correct or incorrect, okay? And continue. Open navigation is you have 10 questions and the students can check all the 10 questions and they can answer number 2, number 5, number 1. If they still have questions, they can go back to number 2, to number 5, to number 1, okay? And they can continue changing their answers as many times as they wish, unless, well, as long as they don't click on finish, okay? Because once they click on finish, there is no turning back. And the teacher paste. This is a very good one because but it only applies, or I think it's the best choice when you are asking a quiz or a questionnaire with them, okay? That's why it is called teacher-based, because you decide which question they are going to answer next. So you can be explaining something, it can be a review or anything else of any topic, and you can tell them, okay, so the comparative, remember the comparative form of certain adjectives that finish in, I don't know, in Y, the rule says that we have to change it to I, right? So crazy, crazier, tiny, tinier, okay? And you explain and they answer the question that they may have. You can tell them, okay, so what is the comparative form of another one, silly, sillier, okay? So these are the three different types of quiz. Now, going a little bit back to where we were when we were choosing a quiz that Fede, Karim, and Braulio are going to take in Arriaga 1. Okay, so we choose teacher-based, okay? And in Arriaga 1, as you saw here, this is going to be Fede, and Fede gets here, and there you have it, okay? So I am Fede. I am going to take the one that is in Arriaga 1, okay? Now, for the others, once I already have this, I click here. Oh my God, okay, again, refresh. I am going to go to Arriaga 2, okay, because Arriaga 1 is already going, okay? It already started. Now, for the next guys, I am going to use again the final spelling quiz, but this time I am going to give them open navigation, okay? What does that mean? That Rodrigo, Brenda, they are going to connect again to Socrative, but they will do it in Arriaga 2, okay? And look at this one, okay? I am going to be Roy, and look at this one. This is the open navigation. They can select any question that they want and they can change their answers. It doesn't matter as long as they don't click on finish quiz, okay? And now Mateo, Natalia, and Pamela are already waiting for me, okay? So again, I refresh this page, okay? I go to Arriaga 3 and I am going to give them the most difficult one, okay? Which is going to be instant feedback. I don't want them to copy. I don't want them to, well, shuffle answers is only when you have multiple choice, okay? But anyway, let's try it, okay? I just want to make them as hard as possible. So I started in Arriaga 3, and Mateo, Natalia, and Pamela are going to go to Socrative student they are going to log in, okay, but this time they are going to go to La Arriaga 3, and this is Mateo, and there you have it, okay? So at this moment, look, Mateo is already registered in La Arriaga 3, okay? So I can be watching the answers that he gives, okay? I can also know if he is having any trouble in in a certain question or not. And from this point on, from this moment on, I can go to La Arriaga 1 to check on Fede, Karime, and Braulio. Okay, look at this one. Okay, so nobody has answered yet. Okay. In La Arriaga 2, I am going to go and check on Roy. Okay, here you have it, Roy. Okay, remember in La Arriaga 1, there is no register of somebody answering because this is teacher based. Okay, but this is how you run 3 different tests and of course you can do it 4, 5, 6, as many as you wish at the same time. Okay, now I think this is everything because you told me how to upload a test. That's it. You can import it or you can create it. Okay, when we went here, you can have more than one test running with this with this strategy. And I already show you how to download the results of the quizzes, okay? If you have any other question, ask me, okay? And I will continue explaining you what I know, all right? So this is the end. I am going to stop this one. I am going to stop the recording and I will send it to you.